Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, they've been talking about tariffs for decades. How come when these Democrat elites want tariffs, everything's hunky-dory, but when President Trump wants tariffs, all hell breaks loose? Do you see this double standard?
I love this guy. Whoever the hell that is. That's really nice. I appreciate that question. No, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, everybody knew you had to do it, but they never had the guts to do it. It does take guts. It even takes guts for our country to go through it. That's why I say be cool. They were saying about, see, just be cool. It's going to work out. It's going to work out, and it's working out. I can tell you, working out maybe faster than I thought. But I said it's going to take a little conditioning. It's a transition to. It's really, I think, it's a transition to greatness. It's going to be greatness. Our country is going to be. There'll be nothing like it, and people investing in our country, they're going to do better than they've ever done before. We have more car manufacturers, Roger, coming into our country now. Speaking of cars. We've never seen anything like it. And they're coming in because of the election, but they're coming in because of the tariffs, because they don't want to pay 25 or 50 or whatever it may be. They don't want to pay that. They can't pay that. We had 3 cancellations in Mexico, building a plant. They're all coming into the United States. Canada, they're coming in. From China, they're coming in from everywhere. And that's just cars. We have chip makers coming. We're the biggest chip maker in the world from Taiwan, coming in, spending $3 billion to build plants, and mostly a big plant. This is a hell of a plant when you spend the kind of money that they're going to go $200 to $300 billion, not million. You know, you'd say million would be the right number. It's not $200 to $300 billion dollars. Think of that, $300 billion. If you look at Apple is going to spend $500 billion building a plant. They wouldn't be doing that if I didn't do this. They'd just keep building them in China. And that's unsustainable. It's not a pleasant thing to do, but I appreciate the question. And, you know, interestingly, Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, Crazy Nancy, they've wanted to do this for years, but they never had a president that had the guts to do it, because it does take guts, believe me.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey.
Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. When you try to kill our citizens, we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Hey, now y'all walk her down to the police station. Yeah, y'all help her down to the police station. I'm just saying. What's going on, family? I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life. How do y'all feel, man? Y'all see what's going on? In real time, do you see what's going on? Them patrons saying, Rick, we just keep winning. Are you tired of winning? Let me know in the comment section. But again, I hope everybody is doing well, man. That you're having an amazing day, week, month. Y'all filed them taxes? They say, hell no, we boycotting. After all the corruption, Elon Musk and the Doge and what all we done found, I ain't paying in no more. I'm boycotting. I put my foot down, stomping on the ground. Them Patriots ain't filed. I know some of them Patriots ain't filed. I know. Yeah, buddy, a disgrace, man. The American people have been spit on, ripped off, man. Yes, indeed. But there's an administration trying to change that right now as we speak, man. Because people have been robbed in broad daylight. They don't knock. They don't say, hey, how are you doing? How's your mental health? How's the family? How's the kids? They don't care. Yeah. And then you die, you're replaced. Same that goes with the jobs. They move on to the next. They don't ask you how you doing, how's your mental health, how's everything going. No, we don't care. And the American people have been spit on, man. Lied to. As crooks, they need to be held accountable, man. You know, complete scams, scandals. Filthy politicians, you name it. And I go down the list, but this video might be a 30-40 minutes long, and I don't want to do that. So we're gonna make this a quick video. But yeah, it says we are finally going to get term. When are we finally going to get term limits? Age limits. It's time for Nancy, Bernie Sanders, Chuck Schumer, Mitch McConnell. Half of the entire Congress of the United States has been in office for way too long. Time for them to go. What a beautiful photo that is. Oh, Nancy. Y'all, they should have helped her to the police station. But right now, President Trump says it's a great time to buy. He says, why doesn't Nancy Pelosi ever tweet something like this? Why doesn't Nancy ever tweet something like this? I wonder why. Woo. But a reporter just asked Trump an amazing question. Finally, it be them unknown reporters, I'm telling you. Real reporters, real journalists. I'm telling you. But as y'all know, this clip right here has broke the internet of Nancy speaking on tariffs and the trade deficit with China in 1996. As y'all know, this broke. We don't have to play this 5-minute video. I'm pretty sure all y'all have seen it.
Deficit and how it's asking us to think it's interest today.
Even pulled the chart out.
Right now, we have a $34 billion of technology are in the airline industry. Transfer of technology relationship.
And that video right there broke the internet, and once again proves the hypocrites. The hypocrites. Yes, indeed. What a lovely time that we are living in, man. And Trump got asked this.
President Trump wants tariffs.
Right.
All hell breaks loose. Do you see this double standard?
I love
this guy.
Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi, they've been talking about tariffs for decades. How come when these Democrat elites want tariffs, everything's hunky-dory, but when President Trump wants tariffs, all hell breaks loose? Do you see this double standard?
I love this guy. Whoever the hell that is. That's really nice. I appreciate that question. No, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, everybody knew you had to do it, but they never had the guts to do it. It does take guts. It even takes guts for our country to go through it. That's why I say be cool. They were saying about, see, just be cool. It's going to work out. It's going to work out, and it's working out. I can tell you, working out maybe faster than I thought. But I said it's going to take a little conditioning. It's a transition to. It's really, I think it's a transition to greatness. It's going to be greatness. Our country is going to be. There'll be nothing like it, and people investing in our country, they're going to do better than they've ever done before.
Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi.
Indeed, man. Yes, indeed. So it's gonna take. It took someone with guts. Took someone with guts, man. And as you look on here and you see Nancy Pelosi and these people trending, and also what's trending behind their name is insider trading and all the corruption. But Caroline Leavitt, Trump's press secretary, brought the tariff receipts for Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer today. Glorious to watch. Let's watch it.
June of 1996, Nancy Pelosi spoke on the House floor. She urged her colleagues at the time to fight against the status quo trade policies that had contributed to America's trade deficit with China. In fact, Nancy Pelosi said, how far does China have to go? How much more repression? How big a trade deficit? How many jobs have to be lost for the American workers? How much dangerous proliferation has to exist before members of this House of Representatives will say, I will not endorse the status quo? Those are the words of Nancy Pelosi in 1996.
And that's in that viral video that you got. I'm pretty sure all y'all have seen it. That viral video. You know. Love how all this old footage is. It just hits. It resurfaces how Democrats were back in the day, and how they actually really approve of what Doge is doing, of what Elon Musk is doing in Doge. But since it's Trump and Elon Musk, they're the bad guys. They're the bad guys. They're also taking your rights away. They're going to deport American citizens. Yeah, the fear-mongering, fake news, lies, the propaganda. The ones that just can't seem to tell the truth.
Well, President Trump is finally answering her call 27 years later. Nancy Pelosi can thank President Trump today for the 104% retaliatory tariff that will be going into effect on China. In 2007, Chuck Schumer spoke of our nation's crippling trade deficit, saying these are the kinds of records the American people don't want us to be breaking. The administration needs to move beyond words, take action now to reverse a trend that threatens our prospects for future economic growth. And Chuck Schumer said that in 2007. Finally, in 2025, President Trump is taking action. Recently defeated Democrat Sherrod Brown said on deficits in 2012 that our deficit then at China had reached an all-time high, and it was on pace to recede last year's record. The trade deficit had cost American workers millions of jobs at the time. These are the words of Democrats years ago. It is about time America finally has a president who is taking action to restore those millions of jobs back to the United States of America, to boost our manufacturing industry. He's doing what's right for the American people. It will take a lot of labor. It will take a lot of effort. But that's exactly what the American people elected this president to do.
Doing exactly what he campaigned on.
In June,
exactly what he campaigned. And these viral videos, Chuck Schumer, Bernie Sanders, Obama, you know, Trump speaking on this for over 4 decades. You know, you just can't make it up. You just can't. Well, it's been win after win after win. You know. What does it say? Ex-mob boss calls out Nancy Pelosi for insider trade and says her dad was involved with the mafia. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Might be getting a little off. Let me check this out.
Nancy Pelosi, I have a little bit of a thing with her because her father was hooked up with the mob in Baltimore. Sammy, am I right? He got elected as mayor because we gave him help at that time. Nancy Pelosi has his characteristics. The woman has made $400 to $500 million. She's the best stock trader in the entire world. Okay, we go to jail for that, insider trading. Should they be held accountable for this or should they not?
There you go. Man. But, you know, that one right there, I tell you, man, the hypocrites, though. The hypocrites. Hypocrites, man. Let's check this out.
We simply must make the cuts in waste, fraud, and abuse in Medicare. We owe it to our country.
There is an enormous amount of waste and fraud and abuse in this government. When there is waste and fraud, you have an administration who should also be on top of that situation.
If we're going to eliminate the waste, fraud, and abuse in Medicare, it does mean we're going to cut some of that out. We want to cut the bad stuff and keep the good stuff.
Wow. And then you look what the fake news is saying, and how the left, how these activists, the fear mongering that's been taking place. And then you go back and look at this and it's like, wow. Wow. But Elon Musk and Trump are the bad guys. Trump administration is the bad people. They're cutting everything away from you. They're taking your rights away. Yeah. They're cutting everything. You know, but this is why we come on here and to show these things, y'all. You know, and that's why I encourage y'all, man, share this video, share it, let people know what's really going on. You know, and there's a lot of people still, again, and this is why you see a lot of people walking away. A lot of people have turned off the fake news, turned off the TV. Now they're doing their research and finding this all out for themselves, of how corrupt it really is, of how corrupt our government really is. The corrupt scam matrix. The corrupt scam matrix, man. Absolute disgrace. There it is, man. We'll end in the video follow up with that one. I love y'all. Let me know how y'all feel about this one. And we send our prayers to the Trump administration and President Trump, man. We are rooting for America. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, you guys.